Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Shadowrun Hong Kong. Where we left off last time, we were about to head back to the train station to do our final secondary mission. Yep. We have to travel to the Shangri-La and kidnap Roosterlow. We're going to bring our normal group, Isabel, Ractor, and Gobbet. And we're going to the Shangri-La restaurant. Apparently. Let's see what the train intro says. A tangle of marine decorum, restless lights, and ambrosial scents mingle atop a floating quay to accent the Shangri-La, Aberdeen Harbour's premier dining location. With competitive views of the surrounding bay, the restaurant attracts a steady crowd of tourists and Wuxing personnel. The primary moneyman for the 289s, Shung Sing, Roosterlow, is enjoying a rare meal outside of Triad-held territory. Intel says he's not set up in one of the restaurant's private dining rooms, or he is set up in one of the restaurant's private dining rooms, but he's not alone. Rooster keeps a personal bodyguard, a notorious orc called the Talon, in addition to his regular security detail. You've seen photos of the Talon's handiwork. Bodies so battered it's hard to tell where one bruise ends and the next begins. Your mission, locate Rooster, extract him from Shangri-La, and deliver him to your client alive. Simple, fast, low profile. Of course, even the simplest runs can go sideways. We don't really have a whole lot of suppression type stuff, so we're gonna hope we don't kill him. Fingers crossed. We kinda need to keep him alive as much as possible, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let us get inside. The security guard is here, and he says... Stepping into the interior hallway of the Shangri-La, you're confronted by a massive wall of troll, the restaurant's front door security. He speaks with surprising elocution. Welcome to the Shangri-La. We strive to provide our patrons with an exquisite dining experience. If you have any questions or require special accommodations, don't hesitate to speak with our staff. Small crowd, where are all your diners? Most of our weekday business is confined to the private rooms upstairs, corporate affairs and such. He looks you up and down and frowns. Please keep in mind that any disturbances will be promptly de-escalated by our security. We reserve the right to bar service to unruly patrons. Thank you, and enjoy your meal. You say that, but I don't see any guards working here. Should I put it to the test? The troll ignores your threat, unfazed, his eyes gliding across the faces of newly arrived guests. Believe me, sir, you'd find the consequences of such an outburst most unsavory. Behave yourself, and you'll get to indulge in the fine cuisine here at the Shangri-La. Good evening. Well, fine then. Where did... Oh, he just moved. There's only like one guy. There's a waitress. Let's talk to the waitress. A waitress, swamped with orders, is caught unaware by your approach. Oh, well, welcome to the Shangri-La, sir. Our hostess will seat you as soon as she gets back. You're welcome to wait at the lounge. This will only take a second. A loud exhalation escapes from her nose and her eyes dart towards the kitchen. She musters an empty smile and nods in false hospitality. Absolutely, sir. What is it you need? I'm looking for someone, a Mr. Lowe. He has a reservation here tonight. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the name. I'll bet a hard-working waitress like yourself is good with faces. You'd certainly remember this man. He travels with a big orc who's got a nasty scar on his cheek. She fiddles with her scratch pad in her eyes, and eyes the plenteous orders scratched across the top of its page. After a moment of consideration, she speaks. I might know the orc, if he's who I'm thinking of. He only comes in a couple times a year. I never served him, but I heard he gets really pushy with the other waiters. Why's that? He's allergic to shellfish, I think. We get so many orders, sometimes mistakes are made. A hint of fear flashes across her face. I just didn't say that. I can assure you our service is second to none. She nervously peeks over her shoulder. Come on now, you must have heard where the orc and Mr. Lowe are eating, since you have to make sure allergy-related orders get to the right place. Sir, this is the Shangri-La. We have over 24 private dining rooms, in addition to our main dining floor. As I've already said, I serve out here. Your friend could be in any of the other rooms. Now, excuse me. I need to place these orders. Enjoy your meal. And with that, she wheels around and marches towards the kitchen. Alright, well, we can go to the order computer. There's like a lot of things we can do in here. Let's go look around. There's a security guard back here. There's an order computer there. Let's go talk to Henry. A well-dressed man sits alone at the bar, elbows propped atop the counter. His face is hard, eyes blank. He swirls the contents of his half-empty glass as if in a stupor. Between the swollen eyes and whiskey double, it isn't hard to guess his mood. As you approach, he rubs his temples and graces you with a lazy sideways glance, mumbles under his breath. Yeah, not like I can dig myself any deeper. Rough day? Huh? He looks at you through dull, bloodshot eyes, but his gaze drifts elsewhere before returning to his drink. Lost 2 contracts, missed a third, late for a meeting and publicly shamed by my coworker, all during 9 to 5. New record as far as I can tell. He takes a long pull from his glass and exhales. At least I got that going for me. How'd you lose your contacts? Which I knew one of them was almost a done deal, but for some reason the client suddenly changed their tune, and the contract slipped away before I could officially close it. The other 2 contracts were for ongoing clients, people I'd worked with for years, but I somehow forgot about their annual renewal date, and a more diligent coworker picked them up. I got no credit for the long-term partnership with these clients. If anything, I now look worse for losing them, even though I brought them in to Wuxing in the first place. He leans back and lets out a wary groan. His breath reeks of alcohol. Sounds like too many coincidences to me. Think someone's working against you? You kidding me? Everyone's at each other's throat in the business. He downs the rest of his drink, signals to the bartender. In a single movement, the bartender leans over and refills the glass. Fair, but is there someone who would have benefited most from what's happening to you? He considers this the newcomer, David. He nods towards a group at the end of the bar, an elf at its center, him. He came out of nowhere and has been a rock star with upper management. He's been making connections and deals like a Wuxing veteran, like me. Well, I think I found your culprit. You're telling me. You want to know what I think? He leans towards you, glassy eyes looking through you to who knows where. The scent of booze wafts off him. I think he's got family connections, people in high places, and he's been using them to his advantage. He backs off and shrugs, rocking precariously on his chair. I don't know, just a thought. You might be onto something. Henry grunts and stares into his glass. No, just wishful thinking. Well, I'm going to find out. Hello, David. David is all smiles. He just finished a joke to the uproarious laughter of his party. Hello, friend. Trying to get in on this joviality? You're welcome to join us for the next round. His words bleed into each other. This isn't his first drink. What are we celebrating? My recent success. Through some hard work and a little businessly persuasion. He winks at you knowingly. I sealed 2 contracts and a third is on the way. Hey, congratulations, the next round's on me. He's a real friend. Come drink. He slams back a shot and hoots with satisfaction. Much appreciated. Thank you, my good man. Still from a friend to another, how'd you bag all those contracts in one day? A fresh flush fills David's cheeks. He wobbles on the spot and grins at you. Wasn't too hard, truth be told. Someone did most of the work for me. See that poor sod down there? He gestures to Henry. We just upgraded our security at work a few nights ago. That fool left behind a note containing his new password. I wrote it down, had some fun, sent some nasty messages to his clients, removed a couple appointments from his schedule. David tosses his hands into the air, spilling his drink, and boom, I'm Employee of the Month. All I had to do was some damage control, but that man, his clients, they're now mine. Nicely done, very clever, my friend. His cocky smile stretches across his all-too-proud face. Thought so too. Thanks again for the drink, friend. You have yourself a good night. These guys are lit. Which do you think would win in a fight? Ooh, we should find out. 10 Nguyen on the mopey one. Rage goes a long way in a fight. At the very least, it'll keep security's hands full. That is true. Listen, that David prick you mentioned, turns out he broke into your work terminal, sent your clients nasty messages in your name, then he swooped in and stole them. A spark of sobriety washes over Henry. The dullness in his eyes drains away and he sits up alarmed. That explains why no one would return my messages. With a grunt, he smashes his fist onto the counter. He turns towards David, mutters through clenched teeth. He wants to play dirty. I can handle it. I can handle him. He jumps up and marches towards David. Is he gonna hit him? Hit him. Do it. Henry and David stand inches from each other, both men wearing the fiercest expressions they can muster. Their hatred is almost palpable. How their confrontation will play out is unclear, but one thing is certain. You have a great seat. Henry stabs a finger into David's chest and speaks in a low hiss. You stole my business and I know it. You might have picked this fight, but I'm gonna win it. Fair and fucking square. Show you how those with integrity operate, you cheat. David's mouth eases into a contented smirk. You wanna lose face twice in one day? I'm happy to oblige, but not in here. I'll be damned if the Shangri-La bans me for thrashing a worthless crap stain like you on their property. Let's finish this outside now. Fine. But don't think that this will give you any sort of advantage. It only means I won't have to hold back. Let's go. Let's quick save and see what we can do at the order terminal. Okay, so diversion completed. Step 1. An open program tracking food orders and the respective tables flickers steadily on the computer screen. AccuServe from Renraku. Shangri-La Restaurant. Server's notes. Inside this file is a series of notes on guests and the restaurant's operations. You scroll through today's notes. Several servers have written about their concerns regarding tonight's lack of security, and a couple are frustrated with the curious guests wandering up to the second floor's private dining rooms. The rest is useless information. Check orders. A list containing dozens of orders pops up. Only a handful are for the upper floor's private dining rooms. One note on a second floor order stands out. Floor 2, private room 3, VIP party of 5, seafood buffet, wine sampler, crab ragoon, Shangri-La prawns. Note, no prawns. Avoid cross-contamination with shellfish. Diner is allergic. What's he having? Whatever, doesn't matter. Lobsters are also sort of a shellfish type thing. Anyways. Or are they? It's hard to tell. Let's enter new order. The menu pops up with options to view or place orders. Following the menu is a dining room chart that's been broken down to server zones. A large comp button on the upper right hand corner has a lock icon over it. Seems people were being too liberal with the free drinks. Unfortunately, it looks like you'll need to server's code to place an order. Manager's notice. Nothing here but your typical wage slave directives in here. There are a few mentions of curtailing recreational activities in storage rooms and on outer decks. One can only infer the meaning of said activities. Further down a note in red expressly warns that the special guests on floor 2 should be served by approved waitstaff only, and if the guest orders are botched again, there will be significant and widespread consequences for all servers involved. Okay. Well, that takes care of that little problem, I guess. So we have made a distraction. Now we need to go do the chef thing, I guess. A heady aroma of spices and sweat bombards your senses as the cooks move through the kitchen, scents chum in their wake, some sharp, some sweet, some altogether unfamiliar, but all delicious. The chef barks an order to his assistant, searing fish, then whirls around muttering fervently to himself. He stops short once he notices you standing in his kitchen. I told him I needed an extra server, not a hobo shoe. He gestures towards the door and returns to tasting an array of sauces. I think I need an outfit. Like a waiter outfit. Let's see if we can find one. What does this guy have to say? Sorry, sir, this area is off limits. What's the problem? Security's got the area closed down to contain a situation on the docks. No gawking allowed. This is the Wuxing employee patio, reserved for Wuxing customers and their guests. General public's not admitted. He widens his stance to emphasize his authority. Why don't you head back to your table? There's ample seating in the main dining room. What if I ask nicely? Will you let me through then? A corner of the guard's mouth cracks into a weak smile. Sorry, but not even the mighty please. Thank you will help here. Alright, let's continue along. So the chef doesn't want anything to do with us. We can't put an order in yet. We have nowhere else to go at the moment. Guess we've done all we can for now. We have to wait for our client, or wait for the target. Which is kind of unfortunate, because I don't think there's anything else we can do here. Yeah, it's looking like that's about it. The gnarled bar stool offers little in the way of comfort. A quick look around reveals the disparity between the restaurant proper and the bar, the latter of which appears neglected in comparison to the pristine dining room. Old, dried drink rings dappled the corner's uneven surface, and angry scratches run down its length. We got time to kill before the rooster arrives, and this is as good a spot as any to wait. Grab a drink and wait. The minutes tick away as you mull over a cold one. Rooster should be here any time now. And here he comes, probably. An alarmed waiter in tussled uniform stumbles into the kitchen. Chef, we got a problem, a big problem. Cut the drama, Cork Mage, we're working here. There's a fight on the outer deck. It's so loud, even the VIP diner heard it. The chef freezes. From up on floor 2? You're shitting me. Who put you up to this? He furiously slams a wadded dough on the table. You know I hate jokes. No, chef, I'm serious. The fight's gotten so out of hand that our VIP sent his own people to deal with it. Something about assessing the risk to himself. I don't know, he's so pissed that he threw me out of the room. Either way, it doesn't look good for us. This could damage the Shangri-La's reputation. The chef presses flour-covered fingers into his temples. Damn it, we need to get a handle on this. Has security been informed? He stares at the waiter. Well? The frazzled waiter's back stiffens in response. Oh, yes, sir, but we're so understaffed today that they're struggling to contain it. The chef continues to stare at the waiter. After a moment, he sighs. If we lose our jobs because of this, I'm moving to Vegas. Oh my god, there's like a huge group of security that just mowed past me. Alright, well we can go now. Let's look around. Is there anything else we can do? No, I guess we just walk through. Up to the second floor we go. Let's save before we walk in here. Inside the private dining room, you're immediately greeted by the piercing stare of two massive dragon statues. Their flickering lights are just bright enough to illuminate their bronze bodies, to effect an eerie illusion of slithering scales. Across the room stands your target, Shungsin Rooster low, hands trembling at his sides. A single anxious guard stands near the door. Something has him on edge. The talon is missing. Sweat drips from the rooster's gaunt face. His eyes dart back and forth across the room, trying to size you up, assess the situation. Without support, he appears nothing more than a trapped rooster who, without his talons, is defenseless. In an effort to invoke a sense of authority, he raises his voice. Who are you? What do you want? I've come to deliver you to my client, Mr. Lowe. Don't worry, they specified that you are not to be harmed. Zhao, where's the Talon? Where's the rest of my security? A second passes while his eyes scour the room, looking for someone, anyone to come to his aid. Never you mind, just get the street tramp out of here. Yes, sir. You don't want to do that. It's my job to scrag thugs like you. You really want to fight me? Not exactly. No, the triad thug bolts for the door. That's what I thought. Alright, let's go. Let's go, Rooster. We're leaving. Don't make me have to punch you. No, wait, spare my life, I beg you, please. Drops of spatter from his mouth, his desperation obvious. Stop that. I'm here to take you alive. Don't make me change my mind. Listen, Seattle, we may have the Rooster, but these stiffs are probably just a handful of his guards. He could have more downstairs. We can't leave it the same way we came in. We're gonna get out of here in one piece. We need to find a new exit route, fast, and I'm betting this chicken knows one. So how about it? Where's the door you used to discreetly make your way in here? The Rooster's teeth are clattering inside of his head. His frame shakes uncontrollably. The realization that he's at your mercy, with no one left to defend him, is setting in. Well, Mr. Lowe, mind pointing us to the exit? Rooster stammers incoherently for a moment, but his words soon catch up with him. It's just outside this room, to the right, but it's locked, and you have the key, don't you? He blinks confused, his shocked mind slowly processing your implication. Yes, I do. He reaches into his coat pocket and withdraws a small key. I'll take that. Alright, Mr. Lowe, let's go. Oh good, he's just coming along nicely. Whoa, hold up, there's doors we can go into. Hang on. Yellow? What is this? A monolithic extravagant aquarium dominates the restaurant's lounge. Awakened sea anemones open and close along the tank's rocky bottom, unfurling to reveal a riotous explosion of color. It's like a natural fireworks display. In the upper reaches of the tank, multicolored fish of all shapes and descriptions circle and swarm. Schools of tiny prawns dart in and out of the rocks as skate-like things the size of koi glide through the water above them. Something like a lionfish made of bronze beats its frilly tail, causing shafts of light to reflect and refract through the water. Some of the animals in this tank must be exceedingly rare and expensive. I'm gonna take a fish. Good thinking. She has the largest, shiniest fish in the tank. I don't know what you are, but I do know that you've got a date with a bowl of noodles when we get you back home. It's worth more alive, Gobbet. When we sell it, I'll buy you a mackerel. You pop open a feeding port on the side of the tank with a deft hand. You grab a large spotted fish and plop it into a hydration bladder that you find in a dispenser on the side of the tank. The fish stares at you, bumping its head against the shimmering plastic. Secure in its bladder, it should survive until you can find a buyer after the run. We just straight up stole a fish. One of the weirder things I've done in this game, I have to say. Stealing fish. And we're going down the service elevator. I wonder if we're going to get out of here without a fight. Your comlink clicks a burst of static, then the sound clears to reveal a soft voice. Eltimar, is this your channel? Who's asking? Name's Pilon. I'm your getaway driver. We have details to discuss, but let's keep it brief. Time's ticking. Another burst of static and Pilon continues, or Pylon. I'm at the loading dock across the bridge from the restaurant's main entrance. Big old schooner, can't miss me, but neither will the HKPF, who I've just learned are on their way in response to a security call. Well, shit, I'm on my way. One last thing, I may be the driver, but this ain't my rig. Door's locked and I don't know the code. You may have to break in. Good luck and get moving. Of course you wouldn't have the code. Oh my god, there's people around the corner. With guns? It's hard to tell. Alright, we are going to be fighting to get out of here, probably. There's only two of them, though. A pair of triad gangsters block your path. Men, help me! The words start pouring out of Rooster's mouth so quickly they blur together. You free me, get away from here, and I guarantee you'll be rewarded in favors, power, whatever you want. The two guards exchange a look, then turn back to the Rooster, smiling. Actually, we're liking the position we're in now, you begging at our feet. The idea that maybe once you're gone, we can move up the chain. You know, Rocco here's plenty qualified to take your seat. In fact, we might as well make sure you don't make it out of here alive. Rooster looks up at them, irate. His fury fizzles upon spotting the thug's various and ample gutlery. No, why, I can make you rich. Easy there, let's not make this a scene. We go our way, you go yours. The gangster looks you over. No ink, no suits, you one of them runners? Shit, a runner? Don't let him take off with Rooster. He reaches for his weapon, get him. There's only two of them. Two is not a lot. But there is a lack of good hiding places. I guess there's not bad. Alright, Good enough. We'll use our adrenaline, and we're also going to get our haste on. Apparently Eltimar is out of line of sight though. Let's go hide in the corner here. Now we'll haste. Alright, 4 attacks. No real armor on these guys, but still we'll strip armor from them. Because why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. Might as well get some bleeding going. As much as possible anyways. You can go here. And double shot that one. 1 solid hit, nice. Can't complain. Ooh, 2 solid hits. Raptor can just stay around the corner, doesn't really matter. He can control his thing from here. And really it's his drone that I care about, because it is very powerful comparatively. He is quite weak compared to his drone. Let's check its range and damage. We might just be able to shoot them from here and kill them both. Or not. Come on, drone. You have a 70% chance. Seriously? You missed 3 70% chances and 1 82% chance? That is horrible. Rack, you're not gonna go out. You just stay right where you are, hidden in this corner. I took a damage. Oh, he bled to death. Okay. Can't believe he missed 3 70% chances and 1 82% chance. That is some terrible luck. So there's a door here. But there's also a way around the side, and I'm kind of curious to see what's around the side. So we're gonna quick save and take a quick peek. Oh, there's nothing around the side, it's just boxes. That's unfortunate. Kind of hoping for something cool. What about over here? We can't even get in there. It literally won't let us. So, door it is. Before you looms a formidable cast iron door. It's locked. Your means of escape just behind it. You notice a keypad mounted on the wall, but you have no key code. A quick scan reveals a potential weak spot in the door's hinges. You have a feeling you can get through, but it's going to take a while. Isabel hacked the thing. Isabel cautiously steps forward, her eyes fixed on the keypad. Watch my back. She jacks into the device and starts cracking its code. And here comes enemies for sure. Which is 1. The Talon bursts out of the Shangri-La, nearly tearing the doors from their hinges. The lines of his face are twisted in intense rage. At the sight of the Talon, you see Rooster's body relax. His voice cracks. Talon, I'm over here! I've got weapons trained on me, I can't move, save me, and we'll get out of here. Take this incident straight to the top, they'll herald our survival, they'll reward us. The Talon homes in on Rooster. You little shit, dragging me to this restaurant over and over, making me eat filth, or watch you stuff your goddamn face full of it. And here you are, turned traitor in a blink. Rooster is trembling with fear, or anger, or both. He raises a shaky finger and points it towards the Talon. You can't speak to me that way. You're beneath me. I'm still a red pole, and when the Triad comes for me, I'll see you flayed for those words. Huh. The laugh punches the air. Talon gives Rooster a wicked smile, eyes gleaming. You won't get shit from the 289s. In fact, if your new allies don't gut you, the Triad will. Make sure you don't go squawking to anyone about high-level plans or secrets or whatever. A flea like you won't last the night. Rooster's fake bravado melts away. Eyes wide, he looks desperately around him, trapped like a mouse in a snake's coil. Enemies on each side. His voice is small, pleading. Talon, Johnny, please help me. It wasn't all bad, right? We had some good runs, you remember? Panic shakes him. I had no choice, Johnny. I was forced to surrender. But if you help me get out of here, I'll see to it you're rewarded, even promoted. How would you like that? Without hesitation, the Talon steps forward and spits on the ground. To hell with you. You spineless bit pusher. Bet you didn't even put up a fight, just rolled over and played the captive. Coward. I'm going to enjoy planting a bullet in your soft, worthless skull. He raises his weapon. Alright, well, that's a lot of dudes. That's way more than the first group. 4 of them at least. 5 of them. Alright, there's 5 enemies. 1 is in range. That's the Talon. He's got cool looking armor. Anyways, we can't hit him from here, so we do have to move up. There is full cover here, which is good. I'm basically just gonna go all out on the Talon because he's got just tons of armor and we gotta start peeling it away. Also, he's got a ton of life too. He's just very strong. I was expecting that, but there we go. That's some good damage to start with. Alright, Raptor, you're gonna move to cover as well, because I don't want you to die. I'm also going to make a control mode your thing, and not yet. You're gonna increase its speed a little. Why did it lose an AP, I wonder? Maybe because it wasn't in control mode at first. Annoying, but maybe. I think this guy's gonna die. He's losing 7 HP per turn. I'm actually gonna move on to the next target. Alright. You are gonna go hide here, or it's safe. You're gonna haste Eltimar. Isabel's not in this combat because she's hacking the terminal. I should have increased its strength. I didn't realize it still had an AP. My bad. Oh well. You are definitely not being anywhere near this combat. Oh, I gave Raptor the haste. That was my bad. That's why he had an extra AP. Oh well, that's fine. Yeah. Oh. Well, at least he's not stunned. He's technically 2 AP left. That guy has... What the hell? Did he just shoot his own teammate with that machine gun? Kinda. Wait, where'd the 6th enemy come from? Well, I guess technically... the talent didn't count at first? Well, there's one down. Two down. Raptor, you can buff up your thing again. And that's it for this turn, I guess. You kinda, I just don't want you to be out anywhere. Can you hit that guy? No. Just stay here. Just stay here and don't die. I don't care about you at all. One down. Robot's taking things out. And that's going to be the end of the turn. That guy still hasn't shot yet. He's got a sniper rifle and he's just kind of standing around. She missed the robot entirely. Who do I take out next? You have a lot of armor. Let's start with you, I guess. Also, that did a ton of damage, including some serious AP damage. I don't think I'll be able to kill him this turn, but... Oh, never mind, I lied. I crit that last attack. Raptor can't shoot anything to save his life, but we could try. No. Alright. I mean, Gobbet could probably do something like this. Minus 1 AP for being in a stinky cloud. How did you miss a 99% chance to hit? Or 89% chance? I don't know what it was, but it was a lot. It was more than enough. Alright, this guy should die now. Alright, Raptor, here we go. Can you hit him? You are literally the worst aim ever. Oh my god, he shot him! Raptor, you hit something! I'm really proud of you. Alright, let's get out of here. We're escaping. Time to leave. The boat sways languidly atop the water. Insulated walls stifle outside noises as if the chaos just beyond the door belonged to another world. Its interior is cramped, made smaller by maritime equipment protruding from walls. The scent of sea and moldering wood dominates your senses, ripened from years of perfunctory cleaning. Finally, a safe place to rest. Rooster flinches at your approach. When he speaks, he tries to sound confident, but his voice cracks. The 289s are going to jam you up for this. No one's going to cry over you. Worst you'll get is dead. Worst we'll get is a finger waggle. But so long as that hand is also holding our Nuyen, we're also in good position. Can you say the same? He flashes Rooster a smile. Things aren't looking good for you, Mr. Lowe. Best you stop running that mouth of yours. That was a very quick run. Is that it? The boat heaves and pitches over the bay as your driver plows through the choppy waves to the drop point, leaving the Shangri-La restaurant far behind. Inside, restlessness fills the cabin. You finished the job, the extraction was a success, and now your client awaits his prize, the Triad Red Pole Rooster. It wasn't easy. Should have been. It would have been if that damn Talon hadn't mangled your plans with his visceral determination. But even a streets-forged orc like the Talon could be stricken down. With the Talon dead, your escape from the restaurant to the getaway boat was made smoother, as smooth as wading through a small army of triads and skirting the HKPF dragnet could be. Luckily, Rooster got through the pursuit unharmed, and with the Talon now permanently out of commission, you might earn a few extra nuyen from your client. All in all, good run. That was a very fast mission, actually. Like, really quick. Most of them take like an hour to beat, depending on how really in-depth you go into it, but this one was like 30 minutes, just over 30 minutes. Also, we got level 5 on, or level 6 on everybody, so we can make a version of the haste spell that increases the haste of their AP by 1 for 4 rounds, and her accuracy is increased by 15%. Well, I like haste, so that's probably what I'm going to go with. Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to go with. Love haste, confirming. Isabel can either get Sabotage, which strips armor with her mini launcher, or Pain Suppression, which gives her attacks on her physical body reduced by 3 damage while she's jacked into the Matrix. I'm going to go with the mini launcher one for the odd chance so she needs to shoot something. She doesn't usually take damage while in the Matrix, so don't care. Alright, Lethal Force. He can get a Magnet Arm, which allows him to throw back incoming grenades, or a Gas Grenade, which is AP damage choking. I'm going to do that one. And Gaishu gets Whirlwind, which is a katana attack that hits adjacent targets, plus 2 damage, cannot do AP damage or regenerate. He regenerates 6 HP per round for 3 rounds. I mean, both of those are pretty good. I've never taken him in combat, so I'm just going to go with probably regenerate, keep him alive longer. I doubt the other attack's going to be super duper useful. Alright, Raptor can get the 2 abilities with his thing. Now this is what really makes it into either a melee or the other one, although for we should have gone ranged if we wanted to go ranged. We're going to go melee. A new ability in the melee system where its legs latch and tear armor away, so it strips 4 armor per hit, which is pretty damn good. Or, sorry, rip and tear, yeah, strips 4 armor. Otherwise, we can get the firearms system. We can get a heavy laser mount, does 4 HP damage plus 1 AP damage, and has 5% accuracy over the standard attack, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go with Mangler. And that is that. We have 6 karma, which actually is 12 karma right now in total. What can we do? We can go... Well, we can't quite get... Oh, armor pierced with all cyber weapons might be real good. But our quickness is technically 8 currently, but that's because of our cyberware, of course. And if we put more points into it, it just jacks it up to 9. But... kind of wish we didn't put any rifle skill in the beginning of the game. Had I known we were going monofilament whip, I wouldn't have. But I think we're going to go body and try and max out our cyberware to get that plus 2 armor piercing. It's pretty important. We'll confirm that. Alright, and that, well, we'll go get our payment and then we'll call it a video. That's exactly what we'll do. We're done all the side quests now. We only have the main quest to do. I think we have some pay data as well. We might go buy some actual armor this time. I think we're running out of cyberware we want, although we'll check in and see if there's anything new and exciting for us. But I think we're pretty close to where we want to be. Let's open the jobs directory, claim payment for the kidnapping. The client is pleased with how you handled the situation. Rooster Lowe has been very contrite and forthcoming, due in no small part to the violence with which you handled the opposition. You've earned a little extra for taking out the Talon. Your payment is attached. Kindly Jang. Hold up, how much was that last one? It didn't tell me. Oh well, I wasn't paying attention to the other side of the screen. Unfortunate. Yeah, I got that. Thanks. Back to root. Let's access the BBS. Claim pay data for the museum shipping manifest. 432 nuyen. That's actually not too terrible. Do we have any pay data for sale? No. How about that fish? We should probably find someone to give that fish to. Somebody in the market here probably wants it. How much money do we have? We have a whole 2,593. Not very much, actually. Maybe enough for some armor. We'll see. I'm going to go look around. In the next video, we'll be continuing on with the main mission. I'm also going to look around for someone to sell the fish to, and I'll show you guys that when and if I do. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Take care.